The 2025 Angels. I think that they are going to make the playoffs this year, and let me tell you why. As we all know, the Angels finished 63-99 in the 2024 season, leaving them 25.5 games back of the ALS, and it was a very disappointing season for them. Going into this year's offseason, the Angels have many holes to fill, such as the rotation, bullpen, infield, and outfield help, so it left them with many challenging steps. As of this recording, the Angels have made many great acquisitions this offseason, signing Kyle Hendricks, trading for Jorge Soler right after the World Series ended, signing Yusei Kikuchi to a 3-year deal, signing Kevin Newman, and also Travis d'Arnaud. Not only have the Angels made great Major League acquisitions this year, but they also have made some great depth signings, such as Tim Anderson, such as in the picture, as of today, J.D. Davis, Scott Kingery, Ryan Noda, and also many more Major League caliber players that are very good depth pieces. I believe that the Angels are going to make a couple more acquisitions this offseason, such as maybe Pete Alonso, very good power bat, and also maybe Jack Flaherty, maybe another pitcher, but for sure, they will add a couple more bullpen pieces because they have not made any significant signings in the bullpen. So once they start signing more bullpen pieces, their team will be set. Now that you know what the Angels have done this offseason, let's talk about why I believe they will make the playoffs in the 2025 season. There's a couple reasons. For one, the young core that they have. For two, Mike Trout being healthy. And the third reason why is because of what they got rid of and what they added. Let's start off with the young core. As you see in the video, Logan O'Hoppe is one of the big pieces of this young core. But also, the Angels have Zach Neto, Nolan Schanuel, Jack Johanowitz, Jorge Soriano, Joe Adell, Mickey Moniak, Reed Detmers, Caden Donna, Ben Joyce, and many more young players that they could pivot this season. Not only are the Angels a very young team, but they have a fire under them, making them want to show the whole league what they are capable of accomplishing. But also, this young core has many young players, like I said, so all these players want to show what they could do at the major league level. The young core that's going to be running the Angels infield this year are Nolan Schanuel, Zach Neto, and Logan O'Hoppe. Now with more MLB seasons under their belt and also more MLB experience, this gives them the chance to show why they are all-star caliber players, and it will also give them a better chance to show why they deserve to be in the league and why the Angels will make the playoffs this year. But out of those 3 young players, I believe 2 players will have more impact than the other. Those 2 players are Zach Neto and Logan O'Hoppe. If those 2 players are able to show why they are all-star caliber players and are able to replicate the last 2 years that they've had, not only will the Angels have a better slugging percentage, batting average, runners and scoring position percentage, more home runs, but also they will be able to get more runners scored and also more wins in the win column. Now that we went over the young core in the infield and outfield and the hitters, let's talk about the young pitchers that the Angels have in the rotation and the bullpen. The young pitchers that the Angels are going to have this year are Sam Agadari, Sam Bachman, Reed Detmers, Jorge Soriano, Caden Donna, and Jack Johanowitz. If all these pitchers are able to be better than what the Angels had last year, not only will they have a better ERA, strikeout percentage, and just strike percentage, but they will also get more wins in the win column also. Not only do the Angels have great starting pitching depth, but they also have one elite closer, and his name is Ben Joyce. Ben Joyce just came off his rookie year, and not only did he start closing games, but he was unhittable. He touched up to 105, and if he was able to replicate this season, not only will the Angels have an all-star caliber closer, but they also might get a lot more saves and wins with him. Now that we talked about the Angels' young core, let's talk about one of the most important factors of the Angels making the playoffs this year, and it is Michael Nelson Trout. And if he is able to stay healthy, he will lead the Angels to the playoffs. Technically, Mike Trout's last healthy year was in 2020, but we don't count that season. So his last healthy year was 2019, and he was the AL MVP that year. Mike Trout hasn't played in a total of 120 games since 2019, his last MVP season. So if he is able to play 140, 150 games this year, the Angels will take this as a win, and this will get them a better chance to make the playoffs. We all know what Mike Trout could do when he has a healthy season, and the whole league also knows this too. So if Trout is able to stay healthy this year, he will most likely put up MVP-like numbers again. So now that we know about the Angels' young core, and if Mike Trout is able to stay healthy, let's talk about the additions to subtractions that the Angels have made this offseason. Let's talk about the Angels' first offseason acquisition this year, trading Griffin Canning to the Atlanta Braves for Jorge Soler. Griffin Canning was a very subpar starting pitcher, not giving them more than 7 wins this season. Jorge Soler not only provides a big power bat, but also very much needed slugging that the Angels didn't have last season. So with Jorge Soler batting most likely in the 4th spot, this will give him more runs to be driven in and a better chance for Angels to win the ballgame. Let's talk about more players that the Angels got rid of this offseason so far. Let's start off with Michael Stefanik, Carson Fulmer, Jack Lopez, Charles LeBlanc, Andrew Wantz, Brandon Drury, Matt Moore, Kenny Rosenberg, and Patrick Sandoval. All these players are not top-tier players that should be on starting rosters. With the Angels' additions this year, this shows that the depth that they had last year was very lackluster. And let's get into the depth that they have this year. Now let's look at the additions that they have made this year. It is going to be Yusei Kikuchi, Travis d'Arnaud, Jorge Soler, Kevin Newman, Kyle Hendricks, Scott Kingery, Tim Anderson, Ryan Oda, and many more MLB depth pieces. As you can see, the difference from last year's depth pieces to this year's depth pieces is that these players are all MLB level. The players last year weren't MLB level. They were AAA players. So now going into this season, the Angels have more faith and are more reliable on these depth pieces to take them to the next step. Now that we went over why and how the Angels are going to make the playoffs this year, which are including the Angels' young core, if Mike Trout is able to stay healthy throughout this whole season, and the addition to subtractions that the Angels have made from last year to this year, do you guys believe the Angels can make the playoffs? Let me know in the comments below, and I hope you guys like this video. Let's go.